Hey Virgos, welcome. So this is a timeless reading connecting you with one or more of your spirit guides. So we're going to see what type of energy they want to speak to today and what they say about what you're doing well and also what they say that you could work on, and then we'll get you some overall advice. So we have 3 cards here, so congratulations, you're the first sign to get 3 cards. So we have Dolphin with play here. Okay. So I feel like this is just the energy of you going with the flow of life a little more and incorporating some fun and enjoyment into your everyday life. We also have Raccoon with Inventor. Okay, so this I feel like is speaking to a couple different things just in general as far as creating your reality and what it is that you desire, knowing that you have that power and getting back to that power, and also about just in the physical forms, like the things that you want and desire, and getting back to that and taking the inspired action toward what those things that you want to accomplish and those tangible things you want to create. Then we have Bison with abundance. Wow, and this is calling out your great knowledge and wisdom and experience and allowing that to be your teacher and be your guide. Okay, so it's like, you have this knowledge and wisdom from many lifetimes and even this current lifetime that you could utilize and leverage. And I'm not saying you're not doing that, but this is just calling out that energy and reminding you that you have the power to do that. You know, and you have everything that you already desire, and the things that you don't tangibly, physically have, you know that you need to just raise your vibration and you will connect with that energy. And I'm not saying that in like, oh, that's all you need to do, right? Because that's an energy that you have to feel. You cannot fake that energy. So this is about you working and getting yourself in that place where you are on that frequency and you are putting out that vibration to the universe, so it knows that, okay, yeah, Virgo's here. All right, now let's open this up for Virgo since they're there. Okay, so let's see what Virgo is doing well. Oops, that's a lot. I'm not going to take that. So you have 3 of Swords. Okay, so I feel like your healing is going well. The things that you desired, the things that you identified that you wanted to work on and heal, that's going well. We have 7 of Pentacles here. We have Page of Cups. We have 8 of Wands. And we have the Sun. Okay. All right. So I feel like you have been very patient. You've been very patient. And this may be a hearing for some of you. This is related to your financial foundation and your finances. So you've been very patient and working diligently to achieve and accomplish some goals that you have as it relates to your finances and building your legacy. And you're being recognized for the work that you've put in so far. This is a message of we see that. We're proud of you. We just need you to keep going. We need you to keep going because it's like you've opened up, but just a trickle of the blessings are coming through to you. But this is about like also considering what you've done well and how you've done it and how you've gotten to where you are, and the changes that you've instituted and the transformation that you've gone through, and pulling out from that, reflecting on it, like what did I do well, and doing more of that to receive even more. Okay, so we also have this Page of Cups and 8 of Wands. Okay, what message do we have there? Okay, so I feel like there's also some work as it relates to love and relationships that you've been doing. And this could be also just general love for yourself. Okay, so if you're not in a partnership with someone, then you can apply this to the work, the inner work that you've been doing. But there is this sense of accomplishment. And again, this transformation that's happening with your love, love life and with just loving yourself in general as well. So you've made strides in that area as well, and you're being recognized for those accomplishments that you've made. Okay. So we also have the sun. Oh, also with the page, just being more playful. The playfulness is coming into, and we'll get into what you can do more of, but I am hearing that that's definitely something that you can do more of, but you're doing a great job so far, and that is being recognized here. Okay, and then we have the sun. You just being you, just shining your light and your personality and being the loving person that you are, the honest person that you are. Yeah, you're being recognized and appreciated for that, because sometimes the truth needs to be heard, right? And Virgo will have no problem in communicating that. Okay, so what else for Virgo? What else is Virgo doing well? Thank you. Alright, so we have the Four of Pentacles here. Okay, so I feel like you've also gone through this transition of placing a priority on things that are important to you. So you've transitioned from like allowing others to take precedence and priority, even as it relates to finances, and you being so giving and charitable, but you've made the transition and the change to put yourself first and make yourself a priority and make your needs a priority and make your family's needs a priority here. So you're able to better manage what you do and the decisions that you make as it relates to your finances, using your heart and your mind. Because before it may have been just where you just use your heart and you just give and give and give. And now you're shifting to, okay, I can still give, but I can do that in the way that's best for me and doesn't degrade or take away anything that I have. And it doesn't make me and put me in a position where I then need, because I've given away and given to others. Okay. So you have this balance when it comes to that, and that's what you're being recognized for, being able to balance that wonderfully. Okay, so we have the Nine of Swords and the High Priestess. So I want to get a card of clarity. So why is this Nine of Swords here in reverse? Okay. All right, so I feel like you've done a good job of keeping the things that you feel passionate about close to you while letting go of other things that aren't serving you and aren't helping you. And that's where we spoke to about this transformation and shift as it relates to the law of reciprocation and how you're giving out and receiving, right? And recognizing that, yeah, I need to also ensure that I'm giving to myself as well when I'm giving out, and make sure that there's this balance there that's happening. So you recognizing, so I don't know if you can hear that, but that's the the washer going off. It's finished, so I do apologize for that if you can hear that. But okay, so we have our King here. Yeah, so it's like you've master the process of like balance as it relates to giving and receiving is what I was going for and what I was trying to say there. Okay. Yeah, and then there's also this getting back to what you feel passionate about and the things that are important to you. So there's things that you want to do and things that you want to accomplish and things that you want to work on, and you're now in a place where you're getting back to that. So again, from the beginning, making you a priority and making what's important to you a priority, not what's important to everybody else and to others. Okay, and this is also you connecting with Source, with that High Priestess coming out and being more connected and doing more of those self-care practices. So in some way, because I'm hearing like it's not... it's you enjoying yourself more. It's you relaxing more. It's you taking more time to explore who you are. So it's not necessarily like, oh, you're meditating more, which some of you could very well be. But this is about like just any of those self-care practices that make you feel good and relax you and replenish you body, mind, and soul. And this is you getting back into those and making that more of a priority and those practices more of a priority. Okay. Wonderful. Okay, so let's see what our Virgo is being guided to work on. So what would you like our Virgo to work on? Okay, thank you. And give me clarity on the Queen of Cups in reverse. Thank you. Okay. Okay. So there is more work you can do when it comes to love and relationships, and even just love and loving and the relationship that you have with yourself. So again, apply this however you see and however it resonates, but there is more work that can be done to put you more in alignment with your authentic self. And you know what that is, Virgo. Only you will know what that is. And it could be something very small, or it could be something that's, you know, just going to transform your life and how you deal with things and who's in your life from this point forward. So wherever you feel comfortable making changes, wherever you're ready to make changes, to put yourself first, and continue to put yourself first and continue to make yourself a priority is what you're being guided to do. Because I feel like you've already started that process since we spoke to what your guys are proud of you for doing. So you started that process, and some of you are further along than others. But yeah, continue that process. You're definitely being guided to continue. It's like, yeah, this is what we want you to do. Yeah, more of this. More of making you a priority. Then we have the Three of Wands here, and also the Lovers. Wonderful. Okay, so there may even be like some practices that you do with your partner that replenish you and relax you. So you're being guided to do those things. All right. And so if it's not with a partner, then it's with yourself. And I'm saying here, I'm hearing like it's both. So do it with your partner, but also have those things that you do by yourself. Do more of both, basically, is what I'm hearing. Okay. So what else? What else? And I feel like there's also this message about being more connected with Source and your intuition and your guides as well, to receive additional messages of clarity and guidance. Okay. So we have Queen of Pentacles here. We know also there's things that you can do to improve your finances and your financial foundation, and that's what you're being guided to do. Okay, so you again, Virgo, you know what those things are. You know what more you can do to grow your finances and financial foundation exponentially, and those are the things that you're being guided to do. So what out of those things like makes the most sense to you, is something that you're comfortable with doing, is something that you want to do, and something that you feel inspired to do. So if you think of it in those terms, it may make it a little easier to transition it in, but that is what you're being guided to do. So we also have the Empress here. Okay. All right. So I feel like this is you and your passions. Okay. And then the Three of Pentacles. Okay. Okay, so yeah, there's work that you can do as it relates to the passions that you have that you're being guided to do. So again, this is, I'm going to defer to you, Virgo, so you know what this is and you know what you can do. And it's coming out here very, very, very strongly that those are areas where you can take inspired action. So it's like there's things that you can do that you haven't been doing, that you're now being guided to do, because it's coming up here. You're getting called out here for those things. But there's also this acknowledgement and this celebration of you for how far you've come and what you've accomplished so far, because you've accomplished a lot and you've come a long way. So the message here is to keep going, keep going. There's more. There's more. There's more abundance available to you. Okay. Anything else? Anything else for Virgo? Thank you. Okay. All right. So let's see. We have our Knight. Excuse me, our Knight of Wands and the Hanged Man. Okay, so you connecting with Source during those self-care practices is one way where you're going to come across that information and that knowledge and those messages. So also hearing like signs and synchronicities. So ask for signs, okay? And you will receive them, okay? And that'll help you on your path and deciding which path to go down. We also have soul family that can come through and assist and support you in ways. So there's people that have knowledge, wisdom, experience in particular areas, and you are being asked to call on them because they're in your life for a reason. They're coming into your path for a reason, and there's knowledge that you can gain from that. Okay, so open yourself up to that guidance and communication, and only if you feel comfortable with doing that. So this is not just tell anybody your business. No, with soul family, with those individuals that you trust and you know are going to give you good advice. They're going to look at things from an objective perspective and give you the best advice, and then you still will take that and you'll process it and you do what you feel guided to do and what you feel is the best for you based off of your intuition, your knowing, your connection with Source, the messages that you receive through those connections as well. Okay. All right, so let's see. What other messages do we have for Virgo? Give me 2 cards, please. Let's get 2 cards and one more. And what else? Thank you. Okay, so we have don't rush into making big decisions right now. Take your time. Yeah, so we spoke to that as far as reaching out to your soul family and getting some ideas. But there is this reminder here as well as like you don't have to rush the process. You don't have to rush the process. Okay? Think it through. Reflect on it. We understand that sometimes you may feel alone, but we are always here. So that is a message directly from your guides, your higher self, Source, your angels, and you know that your angels can assist you at any time. The angels do need an invitation from you. They do need your permission, unless it's something divinely guided or there's something they really need to step in and protect you from. But otherwise, they typically let you rock, let you do your thing, and they're there to support when you reach out and ask for it. So definitely call on your angels to come in and support you and guide you, as well as staying connected with Source and your higher self and your guides and spirit team, and let them help to guide you as well. Okay. Right, and you connecting with them is showing you that you are never alone. You are only alone in the sense that you think that you're alone and you want to be alone because that is your free will. But we know, and if you're familiar with Bashar or Daryl Inca, who channels Bashar, who's an interdimensional being, Daryl Inca channels him, and he expressed that, you know, you're only alone when you desire to be alone, but even still you're not alone because the universe, your guide, Source, will allow you the free will to be alone, even though they're still there and you're never alone. So you're not alone ever, 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 ever. You can only feel alone if you desire to do so. So that was a very long explanation to just say you're never alone, basically. So, all right, so let's see what else we have here. What other messages do we have for our Virgos? We'll take these. So we have Pearl and Larimar with Let Go and Surrender, Release Patterns and Triggers, and also Pleiades. So you may have some connection, or you may have been a Pleiadian starseed, or you may be a Pleiadian starseed. Let's say it that way. Yeah, but if you have Pearl that may have some spiritual significance for you, and you are being guided to connect with that, to call in its energies, to wear them, to meditate with them, and allow that energy to help you release all of the things that are burdening you, that are not going on this new chapter, this new you, that don't align with you. We also have Numite and Black Dahlia. I think that's how you pronounce that. Numite. With ego shattering, soul fragments, and emptying. Yeah, so this is definitely you letting go of the ego and recognizing and realizing that your guides have messages for you, that you are being divinely guided, that there is this connection with Source and with your higher self and your guides and your angels that's available to you. You already have it. It's just a matter of strengthening it, growing it, and knowing it and trusting in it. So let go of the ego and allow that connection to be more prevalent and resonate more in your life. And then we have Jade and Pink Lotus with sink into silence with reflection and tranquility. Yeah, we always speak to those self-care practices and getting back on track and in target with those. And that is something that I believe we spoke to earlier. You'll have to remind me if we didn't. But yeah, this is about getting back into those practices that help you relax and enjoy yourself and have a good time. So you've been doing well with that, but this is about continuing to expand upon that and doing more of what you love and more of what makes you feel good. Okay? What else? We'll take 3. So we have breathe love into your life. Remind yourself to breathe. So I'm hearing that there's also exercises like somatic breathing, also meditations that you can do. So anything related to breath work is something that you may want to consider for healing purposes, and then also for just relaxation and restoration of yourself, body, mind, and soul. You are healing your heart. The heart hurts, but it will mend in time. So we also have master number 33. And we know that you are in this transformative period where you are moving more towards that 10 of Cups, and you are letting go of past hurts and pains and traumas. And this is your confirmation that you are doing that, and keep going with that. We also have the master number 33, and I am going to put a link to a short in the description if you want to know more about the master number 33, or you can just Google it if you feel called to do that. And then we also have you are your greatest gift. Your life's journey is your masterpiece. Wonderful. And this is just a very strong reminder that reality is reflecting back to you what you're putting out. And as much as it's difficult to come to that understanding, it is the truth. It is the truth. So look at what you're putting out. Look at the energy that you're keeping and holding on to and harboring. And know and recognize that that's being reflected back to you. Okay. So what else do we have? Okay, the void and get curious. All right. So I feel like there's this strong message, a continuation of what we just said about you putting out energy and receiving that same energy back. So you are now at the place where you have to decide what energies are you going to continue to put out there. And it's so important that you stay in the present moment when you're deciding that. Because the past is the past. It doesn't even exist. It's just, thoughts and things that you can recreate and stay focused on and keep yourself stagnant and stuck in that energy. The future, same. Hasn't happened, can be different than what you're imagining and what you're thinking of and what your brain is creating, can be completely, totally different. All that matters is the present moment and the energy that you're putting out. And how you choose to react to decisions how you choose to react to scenarios and experiences, and that is what is creating your future and what gets mirrored back to you. So it's about really staying in the present moment and deciding your attitude and deciding and reframing how your experiences are and what they mean and the value that they have and the value that you give them. Okay? So we have the Sun with vitality and 44. All right, so we have that master number 44 as well. So I'm going to put a link to a video on the master number 44. And I feel like this is, again, just asking you, like, okay, we're stepping into this new chapter of you. What do you want that to look like? Because you've done such great work already. And you're so amazing. You're so strong. You're so powerful. And this is like, what more do you want? What more do you desire? I want to bring you everything that you want, all that you desire, right? And we have Hathor with light codes, with light immersion, full system upgrade, power recall. And I love that because that is what we are speaking to here, right? Go into that unknown and create the life that you desire. Get on that frequency, get on that vibration so that the universe knows, oh, this is what Virgo wants, right? Because it's going to give you whatever you're feeling and whatever you're putting out. So that's where you need to stay in that energy and put out what you want to feel and what you want to receive. Okay, Virgo? So those are the messages I have for you. Please like, share, subscribe, and leave me a comment to let me know how this resonates. Thanks so much for watching. Take care, and we'll talk soon.